Great Dark Shadow. Okay, what she's going with? E4. So, a lot of E4 lately. Let's see, I played Elections. Let's play the Scandinavian. And I play with this knight f6 line. You can just take the pawn immediately with your queen, of course. That's the main line. The main line of the Scandinavian. Oh, this is an interesting sideline. They come out with the check. Oh, they don't usually take. Taking is not as good. Actually, they usually just retreat there. So this should be fine for black. Just the idea is to gather the pawn back with your knight. If there's this other trade, then if there's continuing trades like that, then there's no longer a knight on c3 to harass the queen. The bishop could harass the queen, but, well, it's not when it's on a light square. I guess I take that back. The bishop cannot harass the queen. So it can just stay there, and you can complete your development with the queen in the center. Should be good for black. So I want to get castled here. The question is, where do I want to put the dark squared bishop? You know, the check. I don't necessarily want to go with that. I guess just here. I mean, he can still put a piece on g5 if he wants to, so it doesn't really stop him from doing that. Let's defend the pawn. He might castle queenside. I think they do that sometimes. He just went kingside. Okay, so we both get castled. And we both get our pieces out. So I just have a little more space in the center, and the development seems pretty even. So I don't want any more trades. Let's start by kicking the bishop back. Ask it where it wants to go. It wants to go to that square. Okay. So now I can always push the f-pawn forward again to... Yeah, I think I will do this. I'll take that square away so he can't threaten to trade off my bishop again, and then I'll push the f-pawn forward to f5. And of course that does give him the ability to hop into g6. So if I lift my rook up, he plays knight here. Instead of knight g6, he goes to f5. Do I have any good square for my bishop then? Probably not. Okay, so I'm just going to let him win the bishop if he wants it, trade it for his knight. I mean, my bishop is defended there, so it's not a big deal. And I will double here. Where is the best way to double? Maybe like this. Maybe because it puts pressure on the knight. Yeah, he just wants to take stuff off. Pretty boring way to play. What is he going to do now, though? I mean, I'm ready to double on the F file. I have to worry about staying in touch with the D pawn, I guess, the E pawn. Okay, just drop back like this. created another weakness on d3 there. So pawn takes, bishop takes, I guess, is his idea. If I push forward, then pawn takes, and I've got pressure on here, but see, if I bring the knight here, he takes, I take with the knight, then he can pin it. It's a little bit annoying. I guess that wins it because he's got the bishop on there already. So pawn forward. Guess that's the way to play it. Maybe it'll help keep his bishop sealed in too. Okay. Defend the pawn. Take a look at his c-pawn there. So knight to f5 looks like an idea here. And also rook to f8. So we'll start with that one. And then we'll double like this. So I take the knight, take the pawn. Take the bishop, take the pawn. And he can't yet play his knight here, his rook here. I don't see how he can defend it. Oh, he can play g3, of course. Well, now the great dark shadow is going to slow down and think, I guess. He can just ignore all that and put his rook on the 7th rank. That might be enough compensation. So he decided to defend the c-pawn. That's true. If he defended the f-pawn over here, I could have taken the bishop and then taken the c-pawn. But here I get to take the bishop and take the f-pawn. Oh, he gets a pawn over there. Okay, I see what he's thinking. Let's see. So I could check and take off the queen. But if I come here, is that threatening mate? Check. He has to take, and then I come in with mate. His queen is not on the right diagonal. And his queen does not have a check. So I don't see how he gets back into this one. He can't undouble his rooks in a hurry. And rook to f8 looks like mate. Rook to f1. Rook to f1 there. Ah, it's not mate because he can play this. So still check. Rook takes, check. King takes, check here, picks up the rook. So it's still fatal. Just keeping count of the pawns there is not going to win you many games. He's going to mate me with the queen after taking all my pawns. I don't think so. Oh, he's going to win by pushing his pawn forward and getting a queen, I guess. But not if he gets mated first. Okay, well, this was a short game, but I liked it, so I'm going to upload it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.